Hi, everybody. My name's Mary Knight, and I'm an author of children's books. I write stories for people like you, your age and a little older. One of the books that I've written recently and published is a book called Saving Wonder. It's takes place in Eastern Kentucky and is about a boy named Curly Hines who lives with his grandfather in a town called Wonder Gap. And Curly, needs to figure out the way to save his mountain from terrible destruction and to use the power of his words to convince other people in his community to help him save the mountain too. So he gets his friends together and tries to inspire them through his words to save his mountain. So I have been invited to come and talk with you today about my writing and about reading. I'm going to read you a story here in a minute. I love stories and I love to share them with people. And I thought that it would be a good use of our time together if I shared with you one of my secret powers. In fact, I have a superpower that I use both as a reader and as a writer. Most especially, I use this power with my friends in friendship and creating really good friends. And it's called empathy. Let me just switch over here to share my screen with you and talk about empathy a little bit. Empathy is kind of a big word. Some of you may have heard it already, but it's an important word to our lives. Empathy is the power or the ability that we all have, that we're born with, to imagine what another person's life is like. Let me see if I can get this to move here. Here we go. That's better. So empathy is that power that we have to imagine what another person's life is like, to kind of step in their shoes. Maybe you've heard that phrase before. It's also the ability to imagine seeing through another person's eyes, to see their world and what their world might be like around them. It's the ability to imagine what another person might be thinking. Like, I wonder what this little boy is thinking as he looks at this butterfly. Empathy also is that ability to imagine what another person might be feeling. So it's a big, big power, and we use it every day. We use it in our relationships with our families. We use it in our friendships. We use it when we read, and we especially use it when we write as writers. So I'm really excited today to talk to you about this, because the more that we're aware of how we use empathy in our lives, the better our lives will be. That's what I believe. And I just wanted to point out that empathy is not just about imagining what another person is thinking or feeling, but it also extends to the natural world. We might, in fact, this boy might be imagining what this butterfly's life is like, what the butterfly might be feeling, what it might be getting ready to do. You know, maybe it's getting ready to fly off 2,000 miles south to Mexico. So he's using that power of empathy to kind of imagine himself as that butterfly, to kind of connect with that butterfly in a very special way. So today, I'm going to read you one of my favorite stories by one of my favorite authors. His name is Mo Willems. He's not just an author, but he's also an illustrator. In this book, he's written both the words and illustrated it, used his talent with art in creating the pictures as well. And as I read, I would like us to think about empathy, because the characters in this book, especially one of the characters, is using empathy to imagine what their friend is feeling. Now, as readers, we're going to use our power of empathy to imagine also what both of the characters might be thinking or feeling, right? Because that's the power that we have, and that's the power that we use as we read. It's a natural thing. So, My Friend is Sad by Mo Willems. Let's take a look. And as we read, I invite you to, every time you're feeling or you're thinking that you're understanding, you're using your imagination to imagine what the character's feeling, just tap your hearts, just like this, because I think empathy kind of comes from this place. So if you're imagining what a character is feeling, just tap your heart as we read, okay? So we can take a look at this cover and probably guess which one of these two friends, the piggy or the elephant, is the sad one, is the sad friend. For sure, I'm thinking I'm using my empathy, and I can tell that elephant's the sad one. I can tell by the way he's sitting. I can tell by the downturned trunk, and his mouth is kind of set in a bit of a frown. So I'm thinking that he's probably the sad friend. What do you think? Well, let's take a look and see. My Friend is Sad by Mo Willems. Oh. My friend is sad. I will make him happy. Yee-haw! A cowboy. Oh. Gerald loves cowboys, but he is still sad. Feel for Gerald. Now what? A clown. My empathy says that he's feeling kind of surprised and maybe a little bit happy in this moment, right? Oh, there he goes again. Clowns are funny, but he is still sad. A robot. Oh, how can anyone be sad around a robot? Gerald. Piggy. I am so sorry. I wanted to make you happy, but you are still sad. I am not sad now. I am happy. I wonder what made the difference. And we can tell using our empathy as readers, we can imagine by looking at the pictures and the body language that elephant is showing us, and also by his words, what he's saying, that we can imagine that he is happy. But I'm still wondering why. You are happy? I am happy because you are here. But I was so sad, Piggy, so very sad. I saw a cowboy But you love cowboys. I do. I love cowboys, but you were not there to see him. Well, in fact, there was more. Then I saw a clown, a funny, funny clown. But you were not there to see him. But there was more. I saw a robot, a cool, cool robot. And my best friend was not there to see it with me. Ah. But you see, I am here now. You are here. You are here now. Trying to find the way that you can see this picture. My friend is here now. Now I'm using my empathy as I see both of these characters. I can see that Elephant's happy, and look at that wonderful hug. Piggy's happy too. That's so cool. And there they are, just hanging out, being friends together. Boy, I know that feeling. I know that feeling of friendship, of love and contentment. I need my friends. You need new glasses. So this is a wonderful story about friendship and about how empathy can make for better friendship. When we use our power to imagine what our friend might be feeling, and also as a friend, if we share what we're feeling with our friends, empathy can make strong friendship. Also, when as readers, we use our empathy, our power of empathy, to see what the characters are seeing, to imagine what they are thinking, and to imagine what they're feeling, we become better and stronger readers too. So I wanted to add about empathizing with Piggy. We've talked a lot about Gerald. It was really obvious that Gerald was sad. But I also empathized with Piggy wanting to make his friend happy and to trying everything that he could think of doing to do that, and it's not working. And how I imagined that Piggy was feeling pretty frustrated. Don't you? Have you ever tried something over and over again and it just didn't work? I have. And I felt really frustrated about it. So I really empathized as a reader. I was empathizing with Piggy as well. So it's a wonderful book to show us both the power of empathy and friendship, and also to help us practice empathy in our reading skills as well. So I want to talk a little bit now about how we might use empathy in writing. Okay, so here's the invitation to write. I'd like to invite you to think about a time when you feel sad or a time when you feel happy. Just like we were looking at My Friend is Sad, the book, Gerald had a time when he felt sad and then he felt happy when he realized that Piggy was there with him. So think about a time. I know that we all have felt sad at some point, and we certainly all felt happy. So, and then what I'd like you to do is first draw a picture of that feeling and time, and then write a little story about it. And you can use these prompts here. I feel blank, I feel sad, or I feel happy when, and then tell about that experience. So it always helps me to look at examples. So let's show you this one. So this is, I think, from maybe a second grader. And she writes, I feel sad when my dad goes on a business trip. And she's done a wonderful job, I think, of drawing. This was chalk on black paper, so that was kind of cool. You're welcome to use just a pencil and paper, or markers and paper, or crayons and paper, whatever kind of materials you have. Feel free to use those. And here she's obviously drawn herself feeling sad about her dad having to leave. And it looks like there's a door. So the door probably figures is an important part of that story, right? Because dad is going to leave through that door. So that's part of that feeling of sadness. I like her choice of blue too. And then there's a message there, and it looks like maybe the dad left a message for this girl and probably her sister. And he says, I love you too, girls. I love you, girls. So this is an example of a story that somebody wrote feeling sad. So here's another one. And that's a little longer. So I know that we have both second graders and third graders probably in the room. I think that's true. And so as a writer, you might want to write a little longer story. This boy was writing about family. I feel happy when my grandpa comes over, and while everybody is talking, I wish this could move. Oh, it can, yay. While everybody is talking, me and my grandpa sneak cookies and nobody even notices. I love that. It's kind of a surprise in the story, isn't it? So first, this boy, this writer, drew a picture of a scene of him and his grandpa and his family together. Looks like they were watching TV. Maybe it was golf. And then he wrote the story by using the prompt that I'm giving you as well. I feel happy when. So I think he did a good job, just like the girl before him. So I invite you to do the same thing. Think about a time when you feel sad, or think about a time when you feel happy, and write about it. Draw a picture first of that time, and then write a story about it using the prompts. And afterwards, I'm hoping that your teacher will give you some time, maybe if there is time, to share either with a partner or with the whole group, because that's why we write. We write to express ourselves, to tell a story, to share feelings within our words, the power of our words. And we're using empathy to help our readers understand the feelings that either the character or if we're writing a story about us, about feelings that we were having at that time. So in sharing, it's an opportunity to actually practice empathy, because the listener or the reader is going to step into your shoes and imagine what that experience must be like for you. So have fun. That's the most important thing. Play with it. Pick a time that's really stands out in your mind that that you want to tell about, you want to share, and get going. Right on. I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, so hi everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed your writing, had fun writing, and also had fun sharing and getting to know each other maybe a little bit better, maybe growing a little bit of friendship by writing and sharing about feelings and experiences that you've had. It's when we share our stories with each other that we get to know each other and understand each other more. And I'm all for more understanding in this world. How about you? Anyway, wanted to share with you, as you see, I have something in my hands. This is my ukulele. I wanted to share with you some writing, but first I wanted to share a little bit about what I was writing about and what was inspiring me, because it's important to be inspired when we're writers. So as I was thinking about what makes me happy and sad, the first thing that came to mind was happy, and happy to be playing my ukulele. I feel happy when I play, and I feel happy when I practice. And I was thinking about recently, a friend of mine came over, and she's a singer, and she brought me some music because she wants to sing with me. And so I wrote down the chords and I started to practice, and I thought I'd share a little with you. It's kind of scary. I'm a little nervous to share that feeling with you. Maybe you can empathize, feel empathy for me, but here you go. So oops. Whoops. This is not very good. I need to practice. But here we go. This is my favorite part. Okay, so more practice, but I'm still happy. So let me show you what I wrote. I'm going to share my screen. And I didn't draw a picture because I thought you got to see me and hear me. I hope you enjoyed it. And here's what I wrote. This is my story. I feel happy when I play the ukulele. One day, my friend Margot brought me some music to learn. She wants to sing along when I play. And that's the part I think that really made me happy, was that she wants to do something with me as a friend. So I hope you've enjoyed our time together, and I can't wait to see you again. We will be sharing more feelings and also more stories and more writing. Yay! So see you later.